if we don't have the time to do the deep excavation, we can interrupt it with just like, I know that's not true. I know that's a lie. I know that's an imprint. And then what is it that I want to be believing about myself in this situation? Okay, I'm going to step into that. I'm going to feel that. I'm going to set that emotion. And this is like the moment to moment practicing. And, this is what I do on a regular basis when I notice that I'm trapped in, an old pattern or an old thought or something like that, or there's something that I want to achieve and I'm not, or I'm not, and then it's like, wait, pause, time out, because I could go down, I could let that affect my entire day. And maybe I don't want to just like do an hour-long meditation right now. So I'm going to interrupt it. I'm going to stop it. I'm going to name it for what it is. And then I'm going to ask myself, what is more true? What is it that I want to believe about myself that's more true? And then I'm going to generate that felt experience. And then I'm going to look for evidence, right? I'm going to look for evidence in my life. I'm going to look for evidence. I'm going to start to actually set in motion what evidence could look like. And then when I notice the evidence, that's the whole like pausing to pay attention to the glimmers or feeling gratitude for it or being like, oh yeah, this is truth. That's the day-to-day work, because we're trapped, really we're enslaved to these limiting beliefs. And these limiting beliefs set in motion the experiences that we're having. And they're operating from below conscious awareness, and they're operating deep within those patterns and deep within that operating system that would have had that structure laid down a long time ago. And so the more that we can understand that this is not who I am, and I know it feels so real and it feels so entrapped, like we feel so entrapped by it, we feel like it's constantly on repeat, we get frustrated by it, I understand all of that. And really, this is what we're all trying to do, is trying to free ourselves from that. And sometimes it requires, the deeper investigation, and sometimes it requires deep discharging and metabolizing of emotions that haven't had that opportunity, or we have to bring that part to the surface to see it and heal it. And sometimes we can just see what happens if we turn our attention towards the direction that we want to be going towards, or we want to be experiencing more of. And what will that feel like? Because that's what I want to feel. Right? What's bothering me is I'm in a limiting belief of not being enough, but it's not the limiting belief that's bothering you. What's bothering you is the experience as a result of believing that belief.